And welcome back to the CFCTALK podcast. I'm your host, Mohammad Soleja, and for the first time, I think this is the first time we're recording a video podcast. Suddenly, we all felt the need of doing video podcasts, and it was just a spontaneous thing. So 40 minutes episode tonight, and you get to see all of our faces for the first time. Alex, Amart, welcome to the podcast. As always, a great win against Crystal Palace and a big game against Porto. So not a better occasion to pick this kind of occasion to do a video podcast. But how are you guys doing, Alex? Welcome to the podcast.
Doing great. Yeah, you can view us if you're looking at this now. You can go back to our audio podcast and compare each of our faces, our animations to this, and you can see how small my chin is now compared to how it is in the real thing. And you can also, and it's nice to see Amart trying to do his best to replicate his thing with a hat. But yeah, it's great to be on. This is going to be really interesting to see if how this actually turns out, because it's our first ever video podcast. So yeah, we're looking forward to digest our fantastic win against Palace and also look at the Porto game. So yeah, it's going to be great.
Mark, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing? How's your day?
This is seriously weird. Like I haven't done anything like this before, so everybody should bear with me. Any mistakes, anything that I do, it will improve. So little by little. But I mean, it's always nice to be on the podcast. It's always good to be here to vent if we have to talk about the game if we have to. So yeah, I mean, this is the best time to even start a video podcast. Scoring 4 goals in the game for the first time ever. So we'll see how it goes.
I agree. I think let's dive straight into it. I think 4-1, a great game. I think after West Brom lost, this is something that we needed, kind of making a statement that we were still in the race for the top 4. I think, did West Ham win as well? So
they're playing tomorrow. West Ham are playing Leicester tomorrow against Leicester. So it's like it makes this result even better. The fact that everyone around us is also playing each other today, and tomorrow. So it makes this result even sweeter.
Yeah, and I think
yeah, it does. It does.
It'll really help our chances to be in the top 4. But tonight, I think main guy for tonight, I think Christian Pulisic. We've got to talk about him, guys. Amart, his performance tonight was just incredible. 2 goals. Is this the Pulisic we saw after Project Restart? Is this a glimpse of what he can do?
Yeah, I mean, we know Pulisic has been very, very good, like, for us, especially last season, the latter part of last season, after Project Restart. So, like, I think the injury set him back a bit, and he had to build his confidence. But it seemed like today, like, the 3 of them, him, Pulisic, and him, Kai, and Mount, they were just gelling together. So I feel like it was easier for him to perform today. His confidence was there, like, everything was perfect, and he gave us 2 goals and he did very, very well. Like, I mean, there's sometimes in the game where he went missing a bit, but he still delivered. Like, we needed the goals, and he came clutch with the goals for us. So yeah, Captain America all the way. And funny enough, I just watched Faulkner and the Winter Soldier. So yeah.
Alex is enjoying that.
If you've watched Faulkner, I haven't actually seen it, but I've seen the hour-long release, and I do need to get onto it at some point, because for the Zemo, I think I'll just watch the Zemo cut and the hour and just that. But
I love how, I don't want to interrupt, but I love how you guys talk about this, and I'm just sitting here all clueless with, like, I've never watched a Marvel movie. Like, I don't watch a lot of English shows.
Wait. You've never watched a Marvel movie at all?
Okay, probably Spider-Man, but like when I was 7 or 10, something like that. I think, so I don't watch a lot of English movies or shows, so I'm just I'll watch football, I'll watch cricket, I'll watch sports, and a lot of Indian movies and as people like to call them, classic or musicals. Because they have a music song every they have a song every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So it's a meme that goes around Twitter a lot that I see. But yeah, I'm entirely clueless of what you guys say, and even the MK meme that you showed me, entirely clueless. Never heard of it before, but now I'm conscious of saying it again, and now on camera.
Getting back to on top of what Amar said, like I think as well as Pulisic, the whole front three in general. And to be honest, even the front three, the front seven, to be honest, or every single one of them put in at least a genuinely fantastic performance. It was good. I mean, Pulisic was fantastic. You didn't really see much from him in terms of dribbling, like in Project Restart, but he was just effective at the end of the day. Really great positioning for for his second goal, and also for the first one, a fantastic finish, a carbon copy of the Palace goal that he scored last season in Project Restart with his left foot into the near post. So that was really nice to see. And also, I mean, Kai Havertz could have scored 4 goals today. Let's be real. I think he had 4 shots on target. Yeah. All of them were really fantastic opportunities. And then Mason Mount also put in a trademark Mount performance, put in a fantastic ball for Zuma. So it was a really amazing performance from the front three, I thought. Yeah.
Especially on Kai. Like, I mean, the way he performed today, like he just, I don't know, he just seemed like a new person. And I'll take it back to the fact that the 3 of them up front, they just played as if they've been playing for years, and it was just nice to see the way they were linking together, especially with Havertz and Chilwell on the left. But no, Pulisic and Chilwell on the left, and then Mount and Callum on the right. They were working very well, and Havertz moving around them. It was just beautiful to see, and it seems like Havertz is also gaining his confidence back. And then Mount has always been a star, so you know that Mount is definitely going to perform no matter. I was shocked he was picked today because, like you guys remember in my lineup, I put him on the bench because I thought he would be rested for the Porto game, but he still played. Like, I mean, he can play today, he can play tomorrow. So I mean, he's a very good player, and everybody just brought their A game. I can't really fault anybody out today. Like, everybody did well, and yeah, very good performance.
I think on the note of Mason Mount playing today, I think he's having one of those seasons. I remember when Aspilicueta played almost all the. He played all of the games in a season, and he was a key figure in that area. And I think Mason Mount is one of those players you can't drop. And then we saw when he gets dropped to the bench or he gets rested, it's almost like Chelsea can't function properly. So he's one of those guys who really needs to start almost every game. If not, then every single game possible. And Christian Pulisic, I think he was incredible tonight. Hopefully he continues this. It was a bit sad not to see Tammy Abraham, and even after the substitutes, he didn't really come on. So a lot of fans still wondering about what's going to happen with him, and I'm sure we're going to get into that discussion a bit later. But as Amart said, as Alex said, I'm probably going to echo this again and again. And Kai Havertz was also incredible tonight. So all in all, we could have scored a lot more than 4 goals, but it's a start. At least we've gone past the 2 barrier. Now the 4 barrier to beat against, I think, Porto, and then we've got Man City in the cup. So two tough teams, but again, if you do it, then it's going to be incredible. But yeah, Zuma as well on the score sheet tonight. Zuma again. He's just. Everyone said he shouldn't have started tonight in a back 3, but I think overall he played well. I think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, was really surprised to see Zuma. To be honest, I mean, we didn't know about Christensen apparently getting a hamstring injury, I think it was, and also Thiago Silva being out with suspension. So by default, Kurt Zuma has to come in there, and I think we're not really particularly comfortable with seeing. I mean, Zuma's past performances in the back 3 have not been particularly convincing. So I was quite worried before the game, but to be honest, Nope, Crystal Palace. Just they barely laid the glove.
Alex is still half a month behind.
Yeah, I am. It's I blame Mohammad for deleting the podcast. I've kind of reset myself. No, we don't talk about that. But yeah, Crystal Palace. They barely laid a glove on us. They barely laid a glove on us. I think Mendy didn't even have to touch the ball. Didn't have to make a save until the 65th minute, and the defense was barely troubled, to be honest. And they did well. All 3 of them did well to kind of play out from the back. But I think in terms of what we were lacking from Porto in accurate balls over the top, we definitely saw that from the midfield today. Like Jorginho and Kovacic, it was really obvious to see that they were. I think Kovacic made 11 out of 11 long passes, and Jorginho had a couple of really good ones as well, particularly for the one in the first half with Havertz, where Jorginho played it over the top, and Havertz with his first touch flicked it over a defender and shot with his right foot. And that was a shame. I think that didn't go in. But yeah, I think it was pretty clear from like Tuchel instructed them this game. Yeah, we've got to play more long passes. We need more of that from our midfield. And I think the last point on that was, yeah, Havertz particularly like in the first half, like in the second half, he had a chance or two and just didn't, but kind of wasted the chance. But in the first half, he was just unplayable, just ridiculous. But I mean, particularly in the first 20 minutes or so where he got the goal and assist. But yeah, it looked like it was the Havertz that we saw for a lot for Leverkusen last year. Yeah, no, for Leverkusen last year. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, it was really great to see, and I think we're hopefully going to see a lot more of that now. Looks like, or hopefully, it might be too early.
And also the way he took that goal, like he took that goal like it was nothing. Like, I don't know, a lot of people say that he's not really intense when he's playing, and I think that's how he is. He just has this kind of nonchalant look on his face, like he doesn't really care about what is going on. But I think that's not, like, it's just his look, it's just his face. That's how he is. But I think today is the first time I've actually seen him celebrate a goal. Like, you can see that he really wanted it. Like, he really wanted that. He jumped in the air and did that. So, like, he really wanted that goal. And the way he just placed it on the bottom left corner was just beautiful. Like, I went out to do and do something. And fortunately enough, and then like came home and I changed the channel. He scored. So I'm not going to say I gave him the luck, but
I on the other hand was watching. Sorry to interrupt, but I had cricket on, I had football on, and I had cricket and football on. So I split my screen into half, and I was watching football on the left and cricket on the right at the same time. and at one point I was watching the cricket. I looked back and I said, "Oh, it's just gone from 2-0 to 3-0," and I didn't even realize. So I kind of missed the Zuma goal as well, but yeah, Kai Havertz today, he had so many chances, and I hope, as Alex said, he continues this run of form. But yeah, sorry, Mark, go for it.
Yeah, I mean that was all. I was just talking about how he scored the first one, and even the assist for Pulisic. The goal Pulisic scored was kind of like similar. I think there's this kind of side by side comparison to the goal he scored last season after a restart when we played Crystal Palace. The same way he dribbled into the ball, but this one he didn't really dribble like that, but he got the pass and went in. But with the last season one, he dribbled into the box and then put it at the same spot. So I think Guaita doesn't really like seeing Pulisic on the score sheet from now on. He will like it because he kind of scores the same type of goals every time, and yeah. So he did very well. Like both of you have said, Havertz could have scored like 3 or 4 goals today because some of his finishing, I think there was in power, especially in the second half. He had 2 opportunities where he could score a goal and even possibly get he would have got a hat trick today. But I think the power in his shots, he needs to work on it, and I know he'll work on it because we've seen it happen. We've seen him take powerful shots at Leverkusen, so he can do it. So the confidence is building up. So to get to a point we'll not even be talking about his shot or whatever. We'll be talking about him scoring hat tricks and possibly Werner as well. So yeah, and it was also on a different topic. Also, it was even, I don't know whether you guys were surprised, but I know a lot of people were surprised seeing Werner on the bench. A lot of people were calling for Werner to be on the bench at least 1 or 2 games because he's not really performing at the level that everybody expects him to. So I wasn't really surprised seeing them, but I was more surprised not seeing Tammy at all on the bench or the team sheet. So it's cool. On the bench. So I don't know what this means. That was he on the bench?
Yeah, I think he should. Let me just.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on the bench.
He was on the bench.
Okay, then my mistake because I already saw the lineup. I didn't see, and throughout the game, like the camera didn't pick him out, so I didn't see him on the bench as well. So
no, but I agree with you.
If he was on the bench,
sorry to interrupt again, but I'll say if you're on the bench and if you don't come on, then you're kind of not even part of the squad. I mean, yes, we know you can name nine people, but again, you got to give Tammy Abraham a chance. You gave Werner so many chances, and as you said, a lot of people said Werner should have been outside tonight, and he was, and I think that worked well for us. 4 goals without a single striker on the pitch. That's great to hear, actually. Kind of scary knowing that we've got Werner, we've got Tammy Abraham, we've got Giroud, who are sitting on the bench while our midfield players, our wingers, are creating chances and scoring. But at the same time, this just shows the kind of depth we have and kind of how each player has to fight for their position on the team. Mason Mount's done it. Reece James now come back as well into that right wing back position. And I know Callum Hudson-Odoi started today, so it's like every week in, week out, you got to give your best and perform at least as a 7 or 8 to be even considered to be part of the next squad or the next team in the next game.
Agreed, but I think also, I mean, we can start to consider Havertz as also a striker. He's done it before at Leverkusen. It's a position that he's probably quite naturally in, and I am quite happy to see the same front three we use today in the future. I mean, and maybe have Werner coming off the bench as well sometimes. But yeah, Pulisic definitely proved this. Had a point to prove after getting a goal against West Brom, and then I think, did he play much against Porto? My memory fades.
What was it against? Sorry.
I think Pulisic essentially needs to get back into it. I mean, he got subbed off at half time against West Brom, so it was really nice to see him come back and getting the 2 goals. I think he's putting a really good run of games together now. Well, the past couple of games that we've seen him have been pretty good. So he's slowly starting to cement his...
against.
Okay, all right. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant we have 15 minutes left of this.
Oh, no. I was saying he had 15 minutes against Porto. Sorry, I was just searching it up, so it took too long.
But yeah, I think he's done well in all of his recent games. So it's good to see him starting to really get back to his restart form. And Havertz has proved as well today that he can do a job as striker. I mean, his past couple of appearances at striker have been great. I think it was Atletico. He also played at the first leg Atletico, and also the Everton game where we beat them. He also played at number 9. So yeah, I'm really liking that. So I would, for our most important games, I would stick with that for now, because yes, you feel for Tammy, but when the guy who's playing at striker today gets a goal and an assist, it just kind of shuts down the argument for now. And I do want to see Tammy at least get some opportunities, or maybe a start against Porto, maybe a coming off the bench against Porto second leg. But if he's not going to get it then, I just don't see when, because the games from now, they don't get weaker, they don't get easier, they get stronger. So I don't see how Tammy's going to get chances from now until the end of the season if he's not getting them now before we have a really heavy, difficult run of games. So I'm worried from that, but that's for another time. I think we could just got to...
One thing I want to hope that doesn't happen is Pulisic getting injured again. I just don't want to see him coming off again and ending up missing out on a few games. We need Pulisic for this last run. We know how important he was last time for us and how influential he was in getting us top 4 last season. I think, did he score 9 goals in competitions in the last 10 games or something like that? It was crazy numbers after restart. So I think Pulisic is more than capable enough to helping Chelsea reach that top 4. Champions League, at this point, I don't want to jinx it, but we're winning it. I think we're winning it. I'm not one of the bottlenecks, as Mourinho says, and then Chelsea aren't one of the bottlenecks. I think we're winning this year, and then we're still alive in the FA Cup as well. So we either fight for top 4 or we go after the Champions League and we win it and then qualify that way. So it's one way or another. But overall it's been a great season so far. And yes, Frank Lampard and Tuchel both have had incredible contributions to this team. So anything from now on, I'll be happy with. Anything you guys want to add on to? No, sorry, I was going to say, I kind of forgot about this. I wanted to bring it up. Did you guys, Alex, did you notice Amart do the celebration? He was copying Kai Havertz. I was going to put this out there. I was going to say, guys, if we get 25 likes, Amart should do that celebration and put it on Twitter.
Which celebration? I'm confused.
He said Havertz jumped in the air and then he did the actual celebration itself. So 25 likes, guys, and Amart's going to do it on Twitter. Amart's going to send in a video of him jumping in the air and fisting the air and doing that celebration.
If we get it, I'll try it. If we get it, I'll try it.
Okay.
Without breaking my kneecaps outside.
Okay, we can go back to the discussion again.
I think other than that for the game, I think the other things worth mentioning were the two wing backs. But Chilwell looked really solid today. I mean, his link up with Havertz was really solid, and also Hudson-Odoi was really significantly involved on the right side. He, particularly in the second half. I mean, one thing I have to it's not great to say in a 4-1 win, but Hudson-Odoi does need to work on his quality in the final third. He's just great. He's great, like in terms of getting into these areas and dribbling with the ball fantastically. He had those moments today, but when it comes to putting in a shot, his shooting particularly is just a bit hit and hope at times. So yeah, I think that's it was nice to see that he get his chance though. After I think there was a couple of games out, but especially at right wing back, it's a really great option to have him down there at the right wing back position. Just gives something completely different to James, and he's kind of just the opposite in that he'll more likely go for a shot than a cross, and he's fast, he's willing to take on players, and James just obvious is like kind of the other side of things you'd expect from a wing back, and strong, defensively solid, really can put in a fantastic ball. So yeah, it's really great to have him as an option there, but it was a nice showing from Hudson-Odoi, I thought, and Chilwell too. But yeah, didn't really have much to add on those, but thought good showing from both the wing backs today.
Yeah. I definitely agree with Hudson. Your point on Hudson-Odoi, but I kind of feel like what you said. He had this like problems when he got to the final third. He didn't really choose the best option to do. Sometimes instead of him to cross, he was trying to take a shot. Instead of him to take a shot, he was trying to what's the name? He was trying to cross the ball. But I think just before he came off, he got back into his groove because he started the game very well, and I was very impressed seeing him do that. But like you said, he's very direct, and Reece James is more direct than him. So I think that's the thing. So it's good to have him as an option when Reece isn't available. When it's good to rotate them like the way we've done now. And I think he did well. He wasn't really that bad. He put in a very good cross just before he went off. Like he took a cross on like the ball came to him and he didn't even think about it. He just took the cross, but unfortunately he didn't reach anybody, and that would have been a wonderful assist if it had gone through. But yeah, like Reece is far better in that position. We can all agree that Reece is far better in that position. But I mean, Hudson also puts in a good show today. So yeah, I want to give him a shout out. And I think Chilwell was also very, very good. I was very, very impressed. There was a shot that he took that he could have passed, and I got really annoyed with him. Like Havertz was free, he could have passed it to him, but he didn't do it. But yeah, I mean, Chilwell was very good. His pace was unbelievable. I thought like he was fast, but today he was very, very fast. And yeah, so good showing from the wing backs as well.
100%. I think tonight was a performance that was needed. We kind of had to show that we're still in this and we're fighting for. Yes, we did have a bad performance against West Brom, but it was due to a few individual errors. I'm not going to name Jorginho, Kovacic, and Thiago Silva. We'll keep these.
Just did. Just did.
But yeah, I think now it's all in Porto now. 2-0 in the first leg. Guys, it's coming home.
Yes, basically yes. I think there was a stat of on the second week of April in 2012 we were 5th place fighting for top 4. So
I have read those so many times. I feel like at this point I might start doing my own thing. I wore this hoodie in 2012 and now I'm wearing it in 2021.
It's gonna happen now. But yeah, no, it's just it.
Sorry, go for it.
We can't afford to lose it. Sorry, I appreciate we don't have much time left. But yeah, we can't afford to lose the heads. It's definitely not going to be an easy game. But I think we managed to give Kante some minutes today, so hopefully we'll see Kante again in midweek. And also we've got a fresh Thiago Silva as well. And yeah, other than that, just expect the guys to still get the job done, see out the win. I mean, we don't have to be particularly attacking, so I'm more than happy to go with a really defensive lineup with like James instead of Cho at right wing back, for example. But yeah, just happy to, or not part of the bus, but maybe it might be a good game for Werner as well, because Porto are really going to have to come at us. They got to get 2 goals, remember? So it might be a good opportunity for Werner to kind of try and get in behind. So might be one for him as well, even though, yeah. So it'll be an interesting one. But yeah,
show of hands if you want to start, if you want Kepa to start. Okay.
No, not even Champions League.
I tried Kepa. Sorry.
You tried.
We need Mendy to extend that record and make it difficult for the next goalkeeper that will come after him, because now we have 7 clean sheets in the
Champions League record for the most clean sheets in the first season, and then he's also broken Peter Cech's record as well. So he's the owner of all the records now somehow within the first 5 games or 6 games in Spain.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Just like Kante, it got to a time in his career where he didn't even know whether he would continue playing professionally, and now look at him playing on the big stage, breaking records. Like it's Chelsea. We make dreams come true. So hopefully we can make Thiago Silva's dream come true and win the Champions League as well. So yeah, but on the Porto game, yes, on Tuchel as well. They've been trying. How amazing would it be if we got to the Champions League final with PSG? Like, that would be some serious revenge tactic.
Yeah. That's what I want the final to be. I really want it to be PSG. Imagine sacking a manager mid-season only to come into the Champions League final against the manager that you sacked. That is just the most crazy thing.
And your ex-captain.
And your ex-captain is the craziest thing. Crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
And Gary Neville's just sat there. It's written in the stars. Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a poster of that and put that here instead of this old calendar that I've turned around. So I'm going to get a picture of that and
slowly Amart's wall's going to turn blue and it's going to blend in. You'll only see Amart's face because his shirt's going to blend in with the blue wall.
I mean, probably 10 episodes in, you might see a lot of stickers and stuff like that on the wall. So
I'll do it. I'll start putting up some Chelsea memorabilia that I've got. But yeah, I think that's everything for this episode, guys. We want to keep it short. We want to keep it simple now. We're going to change it up a little bit and keep it high paced rather than go for an hour and a half and have a slow-paced podcast. Hope you guys enjoy this as well as us doing videos. Make sure to follow all of our social media pages. Those will be linked below. It will mean a lot to us if you could subscribe, add this to your playlist, and leave a like rating on this. It means a lot because that just means that a lot more people would then be suggested to watch this. With that being said, Amart's decided to leave a little bit earlier than the ending, and I guess he's already ready for Porto. And he's already. Have you followed all of our have you followed all of our social media pages? That's why you've left the call.
That's exactly why he's left. He knows the story. He's heard it 59 times before. He knows the joke.
I'm just going to make sure that nobody reaches the 25 likes mark. I don't want to do that.
Alright guys, leave a like rating, 25 likes, and Amart's going to do the celebration. We'll see you next time.